When Juliette Gordon Low first founded the Girl Guides, or Girl Scouts, in 1912, she started to bring young women out of their homes and into the real world. This is a very important, though easily forgotten, turning point in history, allowing girls to be able to take on jobs instead of staying home cooking and cleaning. The girls found a job that interested them and then earned badges to prepare them for it. 64% of today's and yesterday's famed women in the United States were all once Girl Scouts, like Barbara Walters, journalist, Lucille Ball, comedian, Mariah Carey, singer, Dr. Anna Fisher, astronaut, and Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State. Juliette, or Daisy Gordon Low, was born on October 31st, 1860. She had a wonderful childhood in Savannah, Georgia. Daisy was partly deaf in one ear and completely deaf in the other. The day she came up with an idea to start the first Girl Scout troop, she called up a friend saying, "I got something for the girls of Savannah and all of America and all the world, and we're going to start it tonight." The idea took off and started a revolution for girls everywhere. Before Girl Scouts, women were expected to stay at home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids. Careers were rarely available to them. As a 1913 Girl Scout handbook states, 50 years ago, no woman could be made a doctor. Though now it is within the power of any girl with perseverance and close study to enter the medical profession and even rise up to distinction as a doctor and to honorable celebrity. The Girl Scout program helped the young women of 1912 and beyond to obtain jobs for the future. This program has supported that from the beginning. The 1913 Girl Scout Handbook says on careers, "Really well-educated women can make a good income by taking up translating, dispensing to a doctor or in a hospital as stockbrokers, house decorators or agents, managers of laundries, accountants, architects. At the new libraries at Deptford, girls are now taking the place of boys as assistants." This selection from the first Girl Scout handbook shows how they tried to bring girls into the workforce. The Girl Scout program has adapted to new times too. Instead of having a bugling badge for girls to earn, they now have badges like the Science of Happiness and Website Designer. Alicia Newhouse, who works for the Girl Scouts, shared some information on the new badges on All Things Considered.
Don't panic, they are not changing the Do-Si-Dos or the Samoas, and you can still get your Thin Mints, but the Girl Scouts are updating their badges. It's been nearly a quarter century since the last big overhaul, and the world has changed. So, time to add digital filmmaking, local food awareness, and of course, the Science of Happiness. Joining me to talk about these changes and the skills required for some of these new badges is Alicia Newhouse. She's from the Girl Scouts of the USA, and she was involved with the redesign. Alicia, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so the fashion, fitness, and makeup badge is out. It's being replaced by the Science of Style badge.
Yes, indeed.
So what's the difference?
So girls now are delving into not just what does makeup do, how do I look in it, but really looking at the science of it. So they'll look at the chemistry of sunscreen, what does SPF mean, they might try making their own perfume. A lot of fun stuff in there.
How did you determine which badges were outdated and what new badges should be offered?
We asked girls. And we're really a girl-led, girl-driven organization. So we went to the girls and we said, what are you interested in learning? What do you think will prepare you for success? And what do you want and need for the next century? So that's how we got all our new categories.
Okay, let's talk about some of these new badges. Public policy.
Yes.
What does that look like? What does that badge look like?
That's the badge for our 11th and 12th graders, our
Uh-huh.
Girl Scout ambassadors. And it's a chance for them to look at how laws are made in their communities, to kind of go behind the scenes, maybe do an internship with a lawmaker, and just get a sense of, how things happen in government and what they might want to advocate for, what they might want to be involved in their lives.
Oh, product design.
That's one of my favorites. That's actually in our innovation badge category, which is a totally new category. And these are really kind of the intersection of design and business. and getting girls to think critically about the objects around them. Maybe they want to make an exciting new backpack. What is something that could improve a strap? Or do they want an extra holder for their cell phone? Really looking critically at the things around them, which I think is something that girls love to get through Girl Scouting.
I'm especially curious about this Science of Happiness badge. This was, I understand, developed with the help of Martin Seligman. He's a positive psychology researcher at the University of Pennsylvania.
Who doesn't want to be happy, right? Who doesn't want to know what makes them happy? And that's really an opportunity for girls to sort of be the test subject in the laboratory of their lives.
How would you earn the Science of Happiness badge? How would you prove it? You just have to be happy.
Well, you get to go over the course of a month and try on a new thing. If you forgive people in your life, that's something that's supposed to make you happier. So you can try forgiving a few people and see, do you in fact feel happier? And you also get a chance to see what makes people around you happy, to look at sort of psychology research methods, design an experiment, ask pointed questions.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, I think one of the great things about the badges is there's quite a lot of flexibility in them, so I don't think any girl will have the same experience in a badge. She can really decide what part of the Science of Happiness particularly interests her, whether she's more interested in a personal experience, whether she's a budding psychologist. So I think that's one of the great things about our badges is we give girls a chance to develop skills to make their lives and other lives better in whatever way means the most to them.
I mean, back in my day, it was like, first aid, sportsmanship. Now you got to be like a website designer, a digital filmmaker, just to be a Girl Scout.
I think you can do all of those things. That's really one of the most exciting things is you can make your Girl Scouting experience what you want it to be.
But you can still get a badge for first aid and
you
sportsmanship
absolutely
and
can.
cooking and things like that.
Yep. One of my favorite sort of new twists on those legacy badges, we call them, is ambassadors who want to have a dinner party can look into molecular gastronomy, which I'm a huge fan of. They don't have to, but it's a cool science kind of thing to look at when you're also figuring out how to time all those dishes, what kind of menu you want, maybe taking a tour of a local restaurant.
That's Alicia Niehaus. She's with the Girl Scouts of the USA talking about the new badges that first redesigned in nearly a quarter century. Alicia, thanks.
Thank you.
Girl Scout organization was one of the key steps in gearing girls to their future. Being a Girl Scout helps young girls develop a strong sense of self, develop positive values, gain practical life skills, feel connected to their communities locally and globally, become resourceful problem solvers, advocate for themselves and others. It also helps girls educate and inspire themselves, feel empowered to make a difference in the world, develop critical thinking, resolve conflicts, and identify community needs. Daisy gave girls a head start in their careers, helping them live up to their full potential.